and you need complete bed rest so your incision can begin to heal.
I just want to see him.
I know, but it won't be for long. As I'm sure Mr. Armitage explained, he won't experience any long-term ill effects.
He didn't talk to me about my baby. He just told me I should have exercised more self-control. My son could have died. And I've no one but myself to blame.
As your midwife, I'm telling you, you did a wonderful job under very difficult circumstances.
To be honest, Miss Ridley's proving rather a puzzle. Her blood test was negative, and there's no obvious explanation for the blood in her urine. Then there are her other symptoms, the pain and the elevated heart rate.
Oh, she's also experiencing leg cramps.
I'm beginning to wonder if it might be some form of rheumatoid disease. The lupus can affect the kidneys, and there are others which can cause quite vague and varied symptoms.
Right. I did wonder. I just thought her mood seemed rather low. She hasn't any family support, and she's obviously lonely.
You think she may have been tempted to exaggerate some of her symptoms?
Possibly. The pain in her side did seem to come and go. But there was definitely blood in the urine.
Yes, but it is very concerning.
Oh, that sounded heartfelt.
Well, with Mrs. Turner otherwise engaged, her administrative responsibilities have fallen to me, along with everything else.
Might I suggest a brief respite?
I had planned to eat my sandwiches at my desk. My friend in Bury St. Edmunds has invited me to spend a week with her in August.
Suffolk is the most attractive county.
It is, but she's a rather talkative woman.
My thoughts have also been turned to travel of late. I fear I've been sorely perezosa, lazy, and neglected my Spanish vocabulary.
Is there a trip in the offing?
I should so like to see the Alhambra. Next year, perhaps, funds allowing.
How wonderful.
Well, it might make a nice change from Suffolk.
Nurse, please can I just...
She's gonna die, I swear.
Oh dear, sorry. Lucille's had to cover for Sister Francis again. Grace? Oh, don't bother parking up. Your presence is required at young Mr. Robinson's flat. What's all this?
I wanted to take you to Canby Island. A picnic by the sea. But alas, Sister Francis's toothache and the English weather were against us.
I don't really understand.
I got the feeling you were missing home. I wanted to try and give you a bit of sun and sun.
It's a lovely thought. But it's not the beach or the weather I miss. It's hearing you talk about family and not being able to get to know them or wanting to introduce you to my sisters but knowing I can't. It just makes me a bit sad sometimes.
I know. I keep thinking how it would be if we met at church back home. I'd come calling in my Sunday suit.
What?
I'd have tried my best to make a good impression on your mother and talk to your father very seriously about my prospects.
And he'd have ignored you and made you wait on the porch.
I don't doubt it. The truth is, if we hadn't both left home, we'd probably never have met. And it's a long way from Guyana to Jamaica.
Not quite as far as Pablo.
No. there's still ways to bridge the gap.
We only have a camp bed to offer you, I'm afraid, Mr. Sprague.
Oh, that'll do me fine. I can't tell you how grateful I am. And you must let me repay your generosity, sister.
No, that really...
Corpus Christi is almost upon us. Perhaps I could conduct a Eucharistic service in the chapel.
Oh, yes. Yes, that would be wonderful.
I must say, I'm relieved to find you in. I've tried to visit several times.
I know, sister. Sorry. I had some things I had to do.
Well, it's good you felt well enough to go out.
I didn't, really.
And how are you feeling today?
Really bad, sister.
Just pop this under your arm for me.
Got such a pain in my head. I'm all hot and cold.
Have you been vomiting?
I was sick in the night.
Well, your temperature seems normal.
When I was sick, it looked like there was blood in it.
I see.
That's bad, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Let me just empty this out.
Are you sure you should be doing this?
They took the stitches out this morning, so the nurse said they can't make me stay.
But even so, you can't.
I am getting my baby and I'm going home.
Right, I'll just rinse this out.
Is it real blood?
My head hurts so much, sister.
What did you do to your finger, Louise?
Nothing, it's just a scratch.
May I see it, please? How did you do this?
Don't remember.
It's to
Louise,
put the blood
when
in
a
there.
patient has blood in their vomit, it usually looks like little brown specks. But yours was bright red, more like the blood from a cut.
Don't know what you mean.
Could the blood in the bowl have come from your finger?
No, of course not.
And what about the blood that was in your urine?
No, that's because I'm sick, you know that.
I just think it seems strange.
I wouldn't lie about it. Why would I lie? Why would I want to be sick if I wasn't? That doesn't make any sense.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm not well, sister. Truly, I'm not well.
In this series, we help homeowners transform their outside spaces.
I just didn't think that the budget would be able to do it.
Do you want to see what I've done?
We can't wait. It's a dream come true.
She's faking.
Starts Thursday 7:30 on One.
What's more important?
And she's bad. She's wicked. She's a wicked lady. How disgusting. Mm-hmm.
Did you go to Everybody Eats 3 times this week?
Yes.
Sunday, was it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have nice food?
Mm. It's very yummy.
Remember Marietta Floors, New Caledonia? She said she was going to a dance session, she goes dancing, and she saw this Everybody Eats and wondered what it was all about.
Oh, so she goes...
Sacraments were not ordained of Christ to be gazed upon or carried about, that we should use them.
Even so, it would do you good to get some fresh air.
We'll all help. We can even make it like the flower processions they have in Spain.
They are Roman Catholic.
I made ginger snaps.
She wouldn't admit to what she's been doing, but I'm certain of it.
I have to say it confirms my suspicions. I did some ringing around, and it appears Miss Wrigley has been seeking treatment from at least 2 other GP surgeries. And I dare say providing them with contaminated samples as well.
But why do it? And what could she hope to gain?
With this type of behaviour, a lot of it's about attention. When you're a patient, you become the focus of your carers.
But to take it to such an extreme.
When people feel desperate, they resort to desperate measures. At least now we can try and get her the help she needs.
The hybrid tea should be out in full bloom next week. I know you like the French lace Floribunda. I'm not quite sure whether they'll be out in time. What do you think, sister?
I think you have little need of my opinion. Better been told to distract.
Sister Julianne thought you seemed a bit fed up. You should talk to her, you know, about what you told me. Might help.
Some things exist beyond the realm of logical debate. The ineffable, by its very definition, defies description.
I know that you've been finding things very hard, Miss Wrigley. And I don't think we've been helping you in the right way.
Well, that's why I'm going to see a specialist, isn't it? So we can find out what's wrong with me.
I have made a referral to a consultant who deals in renal problems.
Because I'll do whatever it takes. If I need an operation or tablets, whatever he says. I just want to get well again.
I would also like you to see another specialist. Someone who focuses more on psychiatric disorders.
Why would I do that?
Louise, I believe that there are elements of your illness that may not be purely physical.
What's he saying? It's all in my head? That I'm making it up? Is that what you told him? That I'm a liar?
No, not at all. Nobody's calling you a liar. Far from it. And I'm not saying you're not suffering. The mind is a complex and delicate organ, and it needs the same care as any other organ in the body.
I don't believe this. I'm in pain all the time. There's blood in my urine. I can barely walk, it gets so bad. And there's the vomiting and the cramps.
I know this may be difficult to accept, but I want you to understand that a mental illness is no less serious than a physical one.
I don't need a psychiatrist. I need medical treatment. Why won't you listen to me?
I really think this will be the best way forward.
How bad do things have to be before you'll help me? Oh.
Hush. Oh, sweetheart. It's alright.
Is that the huge baby?
Jasmine! Jasmine, you need to pick him up. You can't hear the baby cry.
No, I just want the buckle.
Be sure it's not too hot. Watch him head. Jasmine, you need to watch him head. Will you just do as I ask?
Mrs. Williams, how are you doing?
I'm fine. You need to tip it more.
Right, if I could have a moment to examine Mrs. Williams, please. Are you feeling hot, Mrs. Williams?
I'm burning up.
We need to take a look at your scar.
Come in. Mr. Spragg, I do hope your accommodation has proven adequate.
Yes, thank you, sister. The camp bed is extremely comfortable.
I'm pleased to hear it.
But I wanted to ask, I understand from Sister Francis that you have an elderly sister who finds it difficult to attend chapel, and I wondered if I might offer my assistance.
I'm afraid your wound has become infected, Mrs. Williams. I'll need to prescribe a course of antibiotics.
She all right, Doctor? It's because she came home too soon, isn't it?
It would have been better if she'd been monitored in hospital for longer. But don't worry. The antibiotics should start working quite quickly. Mrs. Williams, I know that while you were pregnant, you had a glucose tolerance test.
That's right.
Well, it's not uncommon for a woman who's gained a lot of weight to have an abnormal result. But in your case, it's possible that during your pregnancy, you may have developed a condition called latent diabetes.
No one said anything about diabetes.
Oh, well, latent diabetes is something we've only just started to be aware of. There hasn't been a lot of research done about it yet. But we think it can affect the baby's development, causing it to grow larger, which then makes the delivery more difficult.
So what? I'm diabetic now? And what about Paula? Am diabetic as well?
No, not at all. In both mother and baby, the condition disappears after delivery. Your son is perfectly healthy, as are you.
It's just one thing after another.
You've had a difficult time, Mrs. Williams.
Difficult? I can't even hold my son. I can't feed him. I can't bathe him.
I know, but it will get easier.
I waited so long. We almost gave up. Then I found out I was pregnant. My little miracle. My little pa. He's my reward.